This is a literacy story about a girl named Kelly. Kelly grew up on a farm in a small town. There was no red barn or white picket fence, but there were fields of cattle, chickens, and vegetable gardens. Kelly felt trapped and often stressed, never leaving the dear old farm. When Kelly turned 15, she had a bright idea. Traveling could save her from this small town life. So she packed her bags, grabbed her friends, and began a travel journey that would last a lifetime. Along with learning the pleasures of traveling, Kelly would also learn the hard way what not to do. The plane ride to Austria left Kelly exhausted and hungry, but the view of Europe was worth it. Once in Europe, Kelly visited 4 countries. She started her journey in Austria and moved through Germany, France, and Switzerland. She saw many pleasurable things, including beautiful buildings, ruins, churches, castles, landscapes, and even monkeys and camels. The lesson she learned about traveling overseas started here. Out of nowhere, a guard started yelling, "Off the statue! Off the statue!" But it didn't stop here. She got yelled at for taking pictures. "No flash inside the church!" She was even yelled at by the French for being a stupid American. Do not dress American when in France. She left her tour group behind to get the real German experience. The only experience she had was being lost on the subway and escorted by the German police. Kelly decided it was time to move on. Getting home, however, was not so easy. In the airport, Kelly forgot to check a souvenir. But to the Germans, it was a weapon of destruction. A complete body search was not what Kelly had in mind. Kelly's journey then led her to the sunshine of Mexico and Jamaica. This trip went a little more smoothly, but there were still a few bumps in the road. Kelly fell in love quickly with Mexico's beautiful beaches. She wanted to stay in paradise forever. While in Mexico, Kelly learned that when a seller says $60, you can really get it for $20. After paying $40 more for a painting than her friend Amber, Kelly became very good at negotiating. Kelly sadly said goodbye and headed towards Jamaica. Kelly learned that the vibe in Jamaica was pure ecstasy. If Kelly wasn't dancing to reggae music, she was hearing the sounds of Jamaica's thick jungles, the peacefulness of waterfalls, or the serene sound of the ocean. Jamaica had really put a spell on Kelly. Kelly had some very lucky experiences during her stay. She went for a sail on a real pirate ship, but there was no fear because she had the safety of her life jacket. Of course, though, the pirates were of no harm. Kelly also got to fly in Jamaica. She learned quickly that screaming will not save you. Once her feet were back on solid ground, it was time for some tropical fun. They listened to music and danced Jamaican style. It was the happiest she had ever felt. Once again, it was time to say goodbye. Kelly would miss Jamaica, and she knew it would drive her crazy, but she also knew there was more places to see. Everything ran smoothly in the airport. Kelly had finally learned the ropes. This, however, is not the end of the road for Kelly. In 2010, she plans to explore the world of Italy and Rome using the travel literacy she has acquired over the years. She will embark on this trip with her 2 best friends. The end.